morning everyone on social media. I have just finished today's run of 35, a little bit north of 35 kilometers. All good, successful. And today I'm going to carry on where I left off yesterday, talking about the actual heat and climate when you're running a desert marathon. My particular marathon being the Marathon des Sables in the Sahara Desert. It is an extreme example of a hard, grueling 250-kilometer multi-stage race across inhospitable terrain in blazing heat. There are definitely an array of challenges, for instance, fatigue, sleep deprivation, dehydration, excess sun and not much shade. Competing in training in hot weather is dangerous, as clearly was demonstrated by the death of 2 soldiers on an SAS selection weekend in the Welsh Brecon Beacons when temperatures went north above 30 degrees. So the best way and the most effective way, in my mind, to prepare for performance in the heat is to travel to a hot country such as southern Spain, southern Italy, perhaps Morocco itself, 2 weeks before the event to allow the body to fully adapt. But many people preparing for a performance or a desert marathon or relocation to hot climates aren't able to do this for various reasons, including the cost. So what can athletes in cold temperature countries do to prepare effectively before heading to hot climates? As I said, in my mind, the most effective way is to spend time in a similar climate to Morocco and Marrakesh. But also you could use an environmental chamber for short term, maybe 4 or 5 days heat acclimation. You would need to exercise in a heat chamber for, hours each day, cycling or running on a treadmill machine, to fully appreciate what the body goes through to perform at that level in that heat. So previously I have tried a heat chamber, and to the best of my memory it was like this: 90 minutes of heat exposure with no fluid intake for 4 consecutive days at 39.5 degrees and 60% humidity. As I said, I have used a heat chamber before, an environmental chamber before, and I found the 4 days that I used it for, 90 minutes, were effective, especially for psychological adaptation in a hot environment like the Marathon des Sables. When you sign up for a race like the Marathon des Sables in the Sahara or any other event in a similar climate, it becomes important to understand the conditions in which you will compete. Not only is exercising in an extremely hot environment tough, but overheating is a real risk. It can lead to milder problems such as heat cramp, or heat exhaustion, or the severe and life-threatening condition heat stroke, in which the body's mechanism to control temperature regulation stops working. If you were adapted to heat, your body can cope a lot better with this heat stress, and you will therefore increase your chances of having a successful and enjoyable experience. So, my recommendation is find an environmental chamber. You just type into Google environmental chamber near you and exercise in a heat chamber, or spend 2 weeks in a hot country such as southern Spain, southern Italy, and the like.